Hello everyone, welcome to Merry Vlogs. Today I will show how I make fresh butter at home. I dedicate this video to my father because he is so interested in knowing how to make butter at home. This video I am recording for my father as well as for all those who love to make homemade butter and ghee. Now this is thick curd. Now what I do is I collect the cream, the fresh cream, almost for 15 to 20 days and store it in the freezer. And then I keep this container in the fridge for almost 2 to 3 days for the cream to thaw because it is frozen. Then I'll boil that cream and then make it curd. So after I make curd, in the morning I leave it again in the fridge so that I will have very cold curd. So this one, what I am putting now is very cold curd which I left in the fridge for a few days, and very thick curd will be formed because it's nice thick cream. So now I'm going to beat this and make butter. There are different ways to make butter or to get ghee, and I prefer this method because it's very simple and easy to make, and I can use the buttermilk and I have the butter, as well as when I melt the butter, the quantity of ghee that I get is more. And let me wash my hands. You should not run the mixie for long, just take few seconds. So listen carefully. Now when the sound changes, just stop running the mixie and you can open and see. Now let's check. See how nicely the butter and the buttermilk is got separated. Now we need to add a little bit of ice cubes. Keep your ice cubes and cold water ready before you start making butter. And remember, it's just a very few seconds that we need to have the mixie on. That is approximately 35 to 40 seconds. Now we will just pulse. Once you start making, you will have the idea how to do it. It's very simple and easy. In just 40 seconds, you have your homemade butter ready. Look how wonderfully the butter has got separated. I hope you can see it clearly. Just see the buttermilk here. Look how nice you can see the buttermilk. It's very thin and flowing consistency. It was so thick, and now it's become so thin. Okay, and this is all our butter. It's worth making, so do try fresh butter and ghee. Sorry for the sounds, I have not reduced the volume because I wanted the mixie sound to be clear, and so please bear with me for all the noises. So now let's filter. I have a sieve like this. I'm going to filter it out. I hope it's clear, you can see. I'm just trying to squeeze out the buttermilk as much as possible. This buttermilk we can use, for just directly mixing into the rice and eating. It will be very yummy and tasty because it is very thick, and the taste of this buttermilk is, oh my goodness. You'll have to try it out, because if you want to know the taste, you have to do this. Then only you'll know the taste of this buttermilk. And in case if the buttermilk is sour, you can mix it into the chapati dough. While making chapatis, use this buttermilk, the sour buttermilk, and make your chapatis or parotas or naans And you know, you will get super soft, very soft chapatis. Now after filtering this buttermilk, as much as possible you remove the buttermilk, you separate it, and then now the butter has to be washed with good water. So for that water also I have put it in the fridge. So the water is also quite cold, and we're going to wash the butter at least once or twice, so that we will remove all the milk residues from the butter. Make sure the water is very cold, then only the butter will be hard, and when you're washing also it won't be soft. We don't want soft butter here, we need a very quite hard butter, and with the help of the ice and cold water, the butter will, because of the chillness, the butter will be hard and it's easy to wash the butter. Now let's check this buttermilk and see how nice and thin this buttermilk is. Before you touch the butter with your bare hands, clean your hands and then do it. Now this is how we wash the butter, and once or twice we can change the water to remove the entire milk residue from the butter. When the butter is ready, add a little bit of salt for having salted butter, and if you like garlic butter, just take few cloves of garlic, cut into very tiny pieces, and take a little bit of this butter and heat both the garlic in this butter just so that the raw smell goes, and then mix it into the butter. You get garlic butter. You can season it even with herbs like oregano for herbs butter and chili flakes for chili butter, however you like, or just have it plain unsalted butter. I usually keep it as unsalted to make some cakes, or I use it for making gravies. However we want, we can use when I have it unsalted. So it's of your choice. However you want, you can use it. So since we make it at home, we will have fresh and without any preservatives. Enjoy tasty butter. I hope you liked this video. Then give a thumbs up and do share with your friends, and do try making butter by yourself, a fresh butter at home. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. It has been more than 10 years that I started making butter. So ever since I learned, so I have been making butter. Whenever I want ghee, I would just melt some butter, and I have fresh ghee and fresh butter. So I encourage you to make your own butter and ghee at home. This container is almost 610 grams. I don't know the weight of this butter, but this much I get for every 15 to 20 days when I make. Look at my hand, it's so cold. Well, enjoy fresh butter and fresh ghee at home. Bye bye, see you soon.